Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching the season finale of Secret Invasion. So after several episodes that proved to be mostly disappointing setup, the series decides to throw away its political thriller aspirations for the most part as it allows us to have a comic book style final battle against Nick Fury and Gravik. Or rather, Gaia disguised as Nick Fury facing Gravik, while the real Nick Fury goes to save the president from the Skrull who's disguising himself as Rhodes. So yeah, it ends up in pretty much the way that you'd expect from the series that realizes that they've just got to wrap up the storyline in a quick final episode. And it's about as clumsily done as the rest of the stuff that happens in the series. Granted, I understand that using Gaia to disguise herself as Nick Fury so she can gain enough Super Skrull powers to defeat Gravik is actually a decent plan on Nick Fury's part, and Gaia's part too. Not only does it allow them to take care of Gravik, but it also allows Nick Fury to save the president so he can still be the hero of his own series. However, it's also revealed that there are still some squads of people who are trying to take out the remaining Skrulls, even the ones that are on humanity's side. And sometimes they just screw up and kill regular humans who they think are Skrulls. So it doesn't feel like there's a lot that's actually fixed with this series. It doesn't feel like there's the amount of closure that there should be. Sure, Gravik and the Skrull whose disguised as Rhodes are defeated in the end, but there's still other Skrulls out there, and they could easily just take their places. And yes, Gaia is able to get powers that range from Mantises to Captain Marvels to Groots to a bunch of other Avengers. But other than a short scene she has with Sonya Falsworth, there's not much that she does outside of the final battle, and we don't even know when she'll come back. She could just randomly show up in one of the other movies, and some people I think will be totally confused if they haven't seen Secret Invasion. On top of that, while most of the people who were taken over by the Skrulls were saved, there are tons of other ones revealed to be captured as well, meaning that Skrulls could be in literally any other MCU property at this point, but we kind of already knew that. There's not much in the way of cameo appearances here, and heck, even the other Avengers don't show up at all. It's very clear that this series was just trying to build intrigue for the MCU moving forward and try to do the best with the actors they could get in order to make this, a series within a reasonable budget. Even then, the effects do look pretty laughable, even by Marvel TV show standards. And you can tell that they just didn't have a really good story planned for this version of the Secret Invasion, which is a shame considering I have seen the Secret Invasion storyline done better, especially in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That series was able to not only use the actual Avengers that people would get into, but it also happened to make the Skrulls feel like a bigger threat. It made Queen Varanki a genuinely interesting antagonist, and it was able to sow the seeds of discord within the Avengers that people would actually find intriguing. Plus, it had a much better final battle, but that's just because Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is one of the best superhero cartoons out there. My point is, if you want a better version of the storyline and proof that it can be done well, just watch Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. As far as this series is concerned, it's not the worst that the Marvel has put out, but it's just underwhelming and for the most part pretty predictable when it comes down to the series running out of tricks. It's just got a little too much MCU humor to have any tension. The characters it does kill off, Maria Hill and Talos, weren't important enough for their deaths to really matter, and even its future implications for the MCU aren't that compelling. So I'm just going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's not a terrible series, but definitely not the Marvel event that it should have been. See you next time.